Nobody listens to me on this thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Episode 33.
All right.
My podcast is Man Cave. Man Cave.
Man, you Freudian slip, man. Letting everybody know our secrets.
Man Cave. I'm Glenn Stewart. This is Jonathan Gates.
Hola, senors and senoritas.
And Gabby has written apparently a small book or a reproduction of the Ten Commandments.
It's very, it's beautiful handwriting. But
No, it's not.
I can't fucking read it.
It's speedy.
It's like the handwriting on one of those cookie cakes where you're like, I thought I asked it to say happy birthday. What the fuck is this?
Okay, so I'm going to read the first one because this is...
First one says episode 33. Nailed it.
Bam, you did it, Johnny. Hell yeah.
Hot damn.
The first one says, Tom Brady kisses his 11-year-old son on the lips, and apparently it has caused an uproar. Your thoughts?
It's his kid. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, every now and then I'll kiss Jax on the lips because he, asked for sugars. He's 11.
Man kissed Lil Wayne,
I'm not going to lie to you. I was like 17 years old, and my dad's like, my son ain't afraid to kiss his daddy. And he said, kiss your daddy. And fuck, just kiss my daddy.
It's your fucking dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like now, if Tom would have like turned his head and slipped some tongue into the kid's mouth, then I would understand.
That is the tiniest bit inappropriate, but only because it's in public setting.
I'm just saying that I could see where there would be a massive uproar.
Look,
if all
who's
this
getting mad? People without kids?
No,
Fuck
but
yourself.
oh my God, they think that they get pissed off about everything. The other day I was driving to go race go-karts with my nephew for his birthday. It's really cool when all of your uncles race cars and all you want to do for your birthday is go race go-karts
Did y'all go
against
out to
Gator and Friends.
Oh, Gator and Friends got go-karts?
Hell yeah, they
Fucking
do.
A, I didn't know that.
And they are fast.
Wow.
And we had fun.
Awesome.
And they will wear you the fuck out. But anyway, he was super
I
stoked.
didn't know that.
And it's expensive as fuck, but unless they want to sponsor this podcast.
Hell yeah, I'll take Gator and Friends sponsor. I'll take, what's that other one? The Chimp Haven sponsor too.
Yeah.
Go out there and high-five some fucking gorillas and
Whenever
shit.
they first built Chimp Haven,
No
you would
thanks.
hear the chimps howling. And the only thing that I had heard similar to that was like Finding Bigfoot. So I would walk out in Keyfield and I'm just like,
Are you near that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, my dad's a lot closer than I am, but he's close enough that you're like, is
Man,
that a Sasquatch?
I watched one of them motherfuckers one time. He got mad because I showed up and I wasn't the normal delivery guy, so he got upset. I wasn't in the normal truck. I was in a van. He was throwing shit at the van and shit. And then that motherfucker picked up one of those, like, tractor tires, one of the big...
They're like 7 times stronger than a man.
Yeah. None of that. He picked up this tire and slung it at that cage, and I was like, man, fuck that. It's, you don't realize how strong something is until you see something that you can put into perspective. And he one-handed grabbed this fucking, and he threw it so hard at the cage, the whole cage, rah, the metal rattled. And he was angry as fuck, and he slung that big-ass tire at me. Come to find out, that guy died like 3 months later from cancer.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, I
It
was
sucks.
upset.
The only time that I've ever had that moment that you're talking about is there used to be a place called Yogi and Friends.
Yeah. I met a lady the other day out at the PJ's Coffee House over in Bossier that used to run that shit. She still deals with cats, but little ones now.
Yeah,
She
well,
had like 68 cats at her house.
they had a
It was
big
nuts.
fuck tiger there named Yogi.
Yeah, Josiah used to work out there for a little bit.
Yeah, well, Yogi is fucking huge. And I remember here I am in high school, and I walk out, and, I was a big kid, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Man, the minute that tiger laid eyes on me, and it looked at me like, oh, man, if I get out of here, it's you, baby.
You're the first one.
You're the first one I'm fucking...
I can tell how
I'm gonna-
slow you are, you fat fuck.
Are you winded right now? Because if you are, and I'm like...
And all you're doing is thinking about running from me? Nah, you're dead.
The weirdest thing is I was a kid that watched a lot of animal programs, and I watched this lion backing up to the fence, and I told this lady, I'm like, that thing's about to mark you. She's like, no, he won't. Oh, yeah, it did.
Fucking super soaker.
And she's like, oh, my God, he pissed on me. I'm like, that's not piss.
That's not piss. That is ball juice, baby.
That's not...
You remember
but
when
you're
our
his
cat-
forever.
You remember when our cat did that to T Love in the backyard? Man, you remember I had them cats, Frank, Sylvester, and Spot, the white with the black spot, the black and white, and Frank was that solid gray fat fuck. This motherfucker was on the table. Motherfucker was on the table. This table, as a matter of fact. And my homeboy was sitting there like, I don't remember what he was doing. I do remember what he was doing, but I'll keep that off air. And the cat was just, chilling, and the cat stood up, stretched, turned his ass towards him, and just sprayed right into his chest. If that motherfucker, if he would have gotten a hold of that cat would have been skinned the fuck alive, man. He was so pissed. But we were laughing so hard because it happened to him and not one of us. It was so great. Love you, T. T, love.
I got to do my show in Lafayette.
Yeah, the stone drunk.
Sober. Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. Show your work. What's burning?
I don't smell anything burning.
Pointing at the trash can like it's on fire, is it? Yeah. Oh, you got it? Okay.
What was it?
Paper towel. He's ashing over there in the trash can.
Why don't you ash in a fucking ashtray like a civilized human?
Why don't you ash on my rug like a civilized human being?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. What's wrong with you, man? It's all
So,
good. I just smelled
there
it.
was a guy there.
I've been working on my electricity all day. I smelled something burning. Whoa. Everybody fucking stop. Hold on a second.
And this is where we died, episode.
Yeah, this is where it gets exciting.
We made it past the 27 club.
We're going to have a brand new.
Tune in for next week where it's a bit drafty, but...
And Glenn's going to be in bandages.
Where'd Johnny's beard go?
So it was a great show.
Yes.
Amazing turnout. I was really surprised because, Mardi Gras is really hard to compete with. But
especially in Louisiana.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm telling you right now, they had like what I can only imagine was like over 80 people. And it's at an outdoor venue.
Hold on, y'all show had over 80 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have 8 comics that went up, and of course there's stoned versus drunk versus sober versus Mardi Gras. And apparently Mardi Gras, according to them, when they announced it, they were on something that rhymes with flaccid. That's what they were tripping balls on was.
That's what they were tripping balls on was something that rhymes with flaccid. I can't.
You can't place it, right? Me either. Could not put my thumb.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
So the funny part is one of the guys that was supposed to be on Team Stoned. What is that? Okay. So one of the guys that was on Team Stoned apparently hadn't smoked in quite a while. And got too fucking stoned because he mixed edibles, smoking. I mean, he was going to be
sounds like a good time.
He was going to be the most stoned.
Yeah.
Anyway, he had a fucking panic attack and had to bail out at the last minute.
Somebody call the cops, man. I'm way too
So
high.
they
I
picked
need an
this other
ambulance.
kid that's doing comedy, and I think his name is Riker. I don't know if I can say his name, but I just did. Long story short,
All right.
he gets up there, and they're like, it's the second time he's ever partaken.
On weed? Yeah. Where the fuck did they find these guys?
I don't know. And so whenever he announces me, he announces David, and he's like, David's on Team Drunk because he's from Shreveport, so who wouldn't want to drink on that? And then he goes, and Glenn's also from Team Shreveport, and I changed the name from Team Sober to Team Sad Pitiful Water Bottle. Like, it was a great show, though. Great. I mean, you had Ken Edwards. Oh, my God, I felt like King Kong. God, get out of here,
Oh,
bud.
my God. That reminds me of a cartoon I saw. Continue.
Anyway, Ken Edwards and Tyler Archino, I think is how you say his name. Arsenault, that's it, probably. That's probably right. Anyway, they won. And they, and they were Team Mardi Gras.
I just remember that from the old attorney commercial.
Yeah.
Neblet, Beard, and Arsenault.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, it was a great show. I recommend it. Anytime y'all go to again, man, you learned a lot of shit that they're doing down there.
What was the name of the casino?
What?
Surprised you remember that.
Wasn't it outside of the casino?
No, it was at a bar
I thought
called
you
The
said it was
Worst
at the
Beer
casino.
Garden.
The Worst Beer Garden? Did they sell?
It's W-U-R. Yeah, it's
All right.
spelled
Yeah.
very German.
Yeah, no, did I never told you my German sausage joke?
No.
Don't worry, it's the worst.
Anyway, so
What's the first sign of AIDS? Shit on your dick. I was told that one by my stepfather. I liked it. He gets it.
you know what really bothers me?
What?
Those commercials
Which ones?
for that new medicine for people that are like HIV positive. And they're all like, they're coming out and they're like, I'm normal. No. No, you're not.
Oh, you've got AIDS. Oh, you've got.
You know what I'm saying, though? He's like, you should live your life as much as you want to. Do whatever you normally would do. And I'm like sitting there thinking, like, what if you... No.
Is it the dude that's like at the skate park where you're like, come on, bro, you're about to start bleeding all over everything. There's kids here, man. Don't do normal.
And then it even says on the thing where it says it makes it to where it's almost minuscule in blood tests.
Yeah, you still.
But you know what minuscule means? It means it's still there. And I'm looking right at you. Don't go to the skate park with that guy. Ever.
Unless he's wearing a full body pad.
Just a body fucking condom made out of Kevlar. Oh, man, so I made them stop in their tracks last night. You know me, I like...
thought you said racing didn't start till this weekend. I'm just trying here.
Yeah.
Swinging for the fences.
So, no, I did Black Gay Jesus.
All right.
And they got stone silent on me, and I was like, "Oh, what is this? Little white guilt? Little white guilt?" And and I was like, "It's okay. Y'all shouldn't be worried about that." I said, "Y'all can laugh at this. White privilege stops at white trash."
So you have no privilege? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Me and you get it.
Yeah.
And they just looked at me, and then I just went into my closer because you could tell that they were really... It offended these millennial young people that I had assumed that they were white trash. Now, here's my argument for it.
You live in Louisiana.
They sat in the cold.
Exhibit A.
They sat in the cold, and they waited for 3 hours for somebody to tow a trailer full of people to throw free plastic beads all over them as they lose their shit. If that is not a Merriam-Webster
now,
fucking dictionary.
I do need to correct you. They're not there for the beads. Everybody that goes to Mardi Gras is there for the cups. Everybody needs fine china.
And the balloons.
Yeah,
The
balloons,
people
the
that
Welsh
collect,
coins.
I can promise you this, if you collect Mardi Gras cups, you also have a wonderful assortment of Cool Whip salad bowls.
No, that's not true. It is Country Crock butter bowls. Thank you.
Country Crock is redneck Tupperware.
No, that's you.
Cool Whip is...
Dude, I've got Rotolo's cups. Anybody that has those cups. And
The thing- no, look, hang on.
I want to tell you something. We're talking about cups. We went to Rotolo's one night, meeting my mom and my stepdad. Well, they had actually wanted us to meet them at Pizza Rib, where Dallas works over there. And we just went to the wrong spot. So we had already gotten drinks for everybody, and we were sitting there waiting. Now, I got my family drinks. There's 5 of us, right? $26 worth of drinks at Rotolo's.
Wow.
Five drinks. And the guy was like, I don't know how to do this. And I was like, what? He was like, I have to charge you for the drinks. And I was like, okay. And he was like, normally we don't charge people for the drinks whenever you know, buy a bunch of pizzas and shit. You know, saying like,
Yeah.
he's like, but that's all you were getting the drinks and you're leaving. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, man, it's like $30 worth of drinks. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And he was like, man, for real. And he rang it up, and it was like almost $27 worth of drinks.
You're not getting a tip.
No, I mean, I want to say I rounded it off to $30 just out of principle.
Well,
But, I mean, it was like, oh my God.
so on the way to the show,
I kept them
we
cups,
have to
goddamn.
compete
was
against
my
the
point.
Mardi Gras parade.
Even
that
if
is,
they were glass, I hope.
Yeah, the hard black, the red one.
they're not.
They're not.
And so they go around like the city square in Lafayette. And we're trying to get to the middle of this, and it's not working out for us. And like I am getting pelted with shit. And the funny part is Gabby's sitting there trying to traverse all these people too. And I don't know why. You know when you say something really fucking dumb?
Yes.
I got hit with these beads. I'm like, why the fuck are people throwing shit at me? Like, that came out of my mouth. And then like, I was so fucking
dumb.
mad.
Hey, does your cat have kittens?
And then we get on there. And so that's what I opened up last night with. I was like, I guess I was getting pelted by all this shit because Lafayette's not used to what an angry lesbian looks like. So.
Oh, was Dallas with you?
Oh, yeah, he was. He went.
Did
Yep.
you get pelted by things?
No, he was storming through like he owned fucking Lafayette.
There you go.
Yeah.
Live it.
Not me. They were leaving me behind because I was in dress shoes and I walked real slow in those.
Well, man, I ain't never tried it, but you know, Starbucks has cake pops.
Yep. Did you get
Like
Did you
$3
get both of us to try one?
No, my
Because-
kids.
Oh,
want me to
okay.
this. You want a bite?
No, I don't
You
want
can
to
take a bite
bite.
off
No, I'm
first.
good. No,
I'm good. I
that
don't mind
look
biting
that
off
looks a
your
lot
mouth.
more promiscuous than I'm willing to like.
Here, I'm just...
Yeah, just take the whole fucking thing, Johnny.
So, but have you ever had a cake pop?
Yes.
You know, there was a point where I weighed 240 pounds, and then I found out how to make cake pops, and then next thing you know, I weighed 270 pounds.
And now you haven't
That
done
was a-
anything.
that was a
and
hell
you
of a week.
weigh-
Anyway,
what do you weigh now?
Realistically, 286.
Yeah, okay.
287 maybe at the most. Somewhere between 280 and 290. Nowhere, probably not 290. 285, 286, something like that.
Yeah. So
But
let's enjoy this cake pop.
287. Oh man, it's vanilla cake.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not. I'm really weird when it comes to like wet cakes. No, I'm good. Like
I don't mind them.
That was $1.50 bite, motherfucker.
But you know who's got bomb ass cake pops?
my niece makes great ones.
That cupcake chick over there in Bell Meat Center.
Buttercup.
Buttercup Bakery. Shout out to Buttercup Bakery.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Have you had one of those nothing
Not
bundt
only is
cakes?
the chick that owns that place gorgeous, but she makes great motherfucking cake balls.
You know the
I've been wanting to try that place right there by Broadmoor Garage. There's a little, but they have worse than banker hours. They're open like 12 to 2. Every time I drive by, they're like, I really
Who
want
you
something
talking
sweet.
about?
It's right there by Poppin' Pizza. There's some kind of sweets place.
Yeah, Yum or something like that. Yum, yeah.
But
She does ice cream. She does
the
that cold.
worst hours I've ever
She
seen.
does that
made.
that Cold Stone ice cream.
Yeah, worst hours ever.
It's good though
ever,
if you can find them.
ever.
Have you tried Whisk? They're
no.
on desserts like a motherfucker.
No, I went over there.
Whisk has
but
some good goddamn.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Have you tried nothing bundt cakes?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
tell you
lemon
what-
one. That's my shit.
I like the was it the
Man.
chocolate chip?
Ron Fralin
Is
did
that the one that's
something.
chocolate chip? It's a chocolate cake with chocolate chips in it.
Son of a
yeah,
bitch.
That motherfucker's fire.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You walk into work and somebody brought one of those. Fuck a diet.
The whole cake or just the little buntlets? Because you know they got cupcakes too.
Yeah.
Little ones,
And they have bunt like little.
I like the
buntlets
mini
and the big-
bunts.
Yeah.
But the problem is like, no. Somebody brought a red velvet one to work the other day.
Those aren't bad, but I like lemon and the chocolate.
Well, lemon is my favorite cake.
Man, that's why I like Fruit Loops so goddamn much.
You know what?
Man,
You wanna
we're
hear something?
bonding. We're bonding.
You want to hear something that really bothered me?
What?
When they switched the green Skittle from lime to
Green
fucking
apple?
green apple.
Yeah.
Because I actually liked the lime Skittle.
You know, I like those.
Well, the main reason is I'm not a big fan of sour apple unless it's like a blow pop.
How often do you blow pop?
As many times as I can, Johnny.
Yeah, lucky dad.
slips on a little tongue too. Right?
That's right.
Only if I was 11.
Tom Brady, huh?
I'm sorry. The next thing on Gabby's list, I read it wrong. I read it like he was saying that Aretha Franklin said it from the
Just wrote a
grave. In a book that was just newly released
like
from
that-
Aretha Franklin's, what would you call that?
Estate.
Estate, yeah.
This is like all the Tupac albums that keep.
Yeah,
coming out.
no amount of money would get her to play at Trump's inauguration. Now, here's the funny thing. It does say that in that book, but she said that on several interviews. And if you really want to watch an interview, Gabby, that'll make you laugh, watch the interview where they ask her how she feels about other singers. Because, like, they get to Taylor Swift, and she goes, and what do you think of Taylor Swift? And Aretha Franklin's face just stops, and
Say
she did
turned
this,
white.
and she goes, nice clothes. No, nothing about her music.
I mean, I don't like her music. She can sing. She can sing way better
Who,
than
Taylor?
I can. Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
She's absolutely beautiful. But that whole, oh man, my daughter was singing it for a while there, and it just makes no sense. Oh man, what is it? She's talking about,
Okay, I'm not gonna.
I can't think of the.
Most
I
of
can hear her saying something like "meow." I can't think of it, but it's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
like for instance, I don't have a problem with anybody. Like if you're making money in music, that's great,
Fuck
and I feel happy
Go
for your
for it. Hell
blessing.
yeah.
But like, I can't listen to a Cardi B interview. I get so fucking mad.
Ooh,
No,
Is
because
that the one that goes, oh, crrr,
no, is that the one?
crrr?
That's
Can't do
also
it,
the
it's high
one that
pitched.
like. But the funny thing is when she gets pissed off, and she starts slinging out fucking shade.
Isn't she like? Is she from like
A trailer park?
in Jersey though, or the Dominican Republic? I don't remember where she's from.
Well, no, I
She's
mean,
got that weird-
I respect the fact that she's popular, but it just cracks me the fuck up because, like, to hear when she gets pissed off, she's like, "I fuck you," and she says some horrible thing like, "I hope somebody scrubs dick in your face" or something like.
She's just hardcore.
Yeah, she's super hardcore.
Super hardcore. Can you name me a Cardi B song?
No,
Can you? Gabs? Can you name me a Cardi B song?
I like it.
Okay, I understand that you like her, so name me a song. That's the name of the song I have? Oh, it's terrible. No, I'm just... Oh, that's her! With the... Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I didn't realize that was her.
Who sings the song about the... you get more... it's basically the mom tells her that men enjoy fat women or thicker women and that she should...
Is that...
Who sings that song? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the chick that... why men great until they got to be great chick?
No, I don't know.
Fuck,
Come
what is
on,
it,
you know what I'm
Lizzo?
talking...
Lizzo.
No, not Lizzo. This is before
I just
Lizzo.
took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch, even when I'm crying. Oh man, we love that song in the house.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I have a coworker. I'm getting
yeah,
some.
I got girl problems. That's a human in me. Bling bling.
hearing
Yeah,
like a-
something that's a guy.
Are you
coulda
not
had a
listening?
bad bitch. I
Look.
ain't got no headphones on. What
Yeah,
happened?
well, what I'm telling you is it's going.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can do is stop everything right now.
I was just letting you know.
Is it?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Eric, did you bump any wires over there
Nope.
by your feet?
All right. No, Lizzo cracks me up. But no, it was that one that was like,
Da 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 da. The all about that bass song, the one where she's talking about Megan Trainor. That's it.
Don't
you
like
know
it.
who's all about
don't
that
like it.
bass,
I
about
don't
that
think you should be
bass.
like, oh, it's okay, hun. You're a little chubby. You should only get chubbier because men like that.
I think it is absolutely okay to tell girls that it is okay to be chubby. But to try to say that it is the healthier lifestyle is
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
a
about.
ridiculous statement.
Well, no, she basically tells her in the song to eat up.
So Lizzo, Tommy Hilfiger connected with her and wants to do like a collab thing or something, and she says that she thinks she can do butt cheek dental floss. She can sling them thongs.
I don't know what this noise is. Go ahead.
Well, but I
You
mean, if
think
it's
that-
picking up, it's got to be picking up there too.
Yeah, I know.
And how long do we want to put up with that shit?
Well, it just sounds like a mosquito.
You sure there's not a mosquito in them headphones?
Probably.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
If
You can
there's
hear us a
sound,
lot
you guys,
better.
I am so
You can hear us a
sorry.
lot better
I'm
than you can hear the noise, but I can
so
definitely
sorry
fucking hear
if
it.
There's a noise. We will address it in the next or before the next episode. And we're only 22 minutes into this, so
I'm going to be honest with you. I like Lizzo just fine,
Okay, good.
but I don't want Lizzo to sell thongs.
She said whatever the fuck she wants to.
I'm just kidding.
She should.
It's a joke.
She should probably sell smokers. Grills for eating. You know, plates.
Polyester.
I wanted to talk.
Why'd you give me this
motherfucker
look?
said polyester. That's funny.
Gabby has a thing against polyester. One of my favorite things to do is take him into Dillard's or JCPenney. And just see that fucking parade route. Did you see that? Oh, man. No, but, I mean, that doesn't surprise me that Aretha Franklin wouldn't sing at Trump's inauguration. That doesn't surprise me at all.
No,
Not in the least.
no. Doesn't surprise me either. So I brought this out.
Mhm.
We have found I bought a game off the internet, and it's called
Table Topics.
And it's got just random questions in it, like when you're down, what makes you feel better?
What kind of down?
I'm assuming sad.
No, I'm talking about like what kind of down?
No, I mean just generically when you're
Just generically
yeah.
down
What
to
makes
do
you feel better?
something.
Pizza, ice cream,
No,
masturbation.
I used to really
YouTube
fall for
videos.
food.
I like when people fall off of tall things.
Mm-mm.
Makes me feel.
I like
better
to do.
about
I
sitting
like
here.
to. I like to go get something done.
That's even
I like
better.
to be constructive.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I enjoy that. You got one that's more in depth.
How will our culture change in the next 100 years? How about that?
Hopefully they're not so fucking sensitive.
Hope we're not looking at dogma here.
It's like ridiculous.
Remember that
Fucking
movie?
sensitive bags of trash walking around. Just I want to be offended and pissed off at everything. So the other day I was driving down the street, and I saw these two pit bulls playing in the yard, but you know how pit bulls are. They're like any other dog. They're kind of showing their teeth and wrestling around and whatnot. And I honestly thought if I stopped and took a video of this, I could tag it with, see how vicious these really are, or are they just playing? Just to see the kind of like uprisal of the human spirit. Just, oh, look at those horrible dogs. I bet they eat kids. Like, you know, both sides. Oh, on another note, saw this thing where this guy was talking about, it had Arnold Schwarzenegger was taking pictures with people with the Special Olympics.
Okay. Like recently,
like
or
winners.
back in the day?
No, it looked recent.
I still think nature versus nurture is a good argument.
What does that have to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger and taking pictures with?
Pits.
Oh, sorry.
But long story short, this guy gets on there and just rips these kids apart, talking about the Olympics should be for people, you know, that are the best at what they do. And Arnold retorted and basically...
Was that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Was that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I
he
vaguely remember seeing
fucking ripped that
yeah.
guy apart. And he's like, he goes,
But he did it really nicely.
He did it
too,
really
though, right?
nicely,
Yeah,
but
very
by the
classy.
end of it, he's like, or you can be nice and maybe do something constructive and understand how much hope and joy this is bringing, or you can continue to be a total bag
Yeah,
of
that's
shit
right.
person.
That's right.
And
I do
just
remember
and he worded it like a politician, but it was so, to read it was like,
You
oh,
can consume feces and expire.
yeah. I mean, he was just like, I mean, and he goes, no one will remember you, is how he ended that. And that was pretty
No one
cool.
will remember you.
You have another one?
I mean, there's fucking.
I mean, you can
200
keep
cards
on.
here.
You can keep on.
No,
I don't
no,
care.
you had said something, and I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was.
About sensitive bags of trash.
Yeah, fuck them. Pieces of shit anyway.
I like this game. You know what we should do one night on this
Just
podcast?
this?
No, do like Crimes Against Humanity.
Oh, so my sister, talking about games, my sister, we erased it last week and we didn't talk about it. She said she's got a good drinking game for us, or for our listeners.
What's that?
Drinking game. Every time you see the dogs over my shoulder,
Yeah.
you drink.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Oh, she didn't want to make it too obvious. Like every time Glenn makes a face of disapproval, or every time
Glenn starts doodling, then people get drunk as fuck.
I know, or
Every time
Glenn's looking
Johnny has a
down, or
dad
Glenn.
joke, or
I
doesn't
just
make
want
any
to point
fucking
out for
sense.
anybody that watches or listens to this, I have a natural grimace. Okay. They say that it's easier to smile. It uses less muscle. My face is built like a fucking basset hound. I look very discontent 90% of the time. And if I were to
heard
do,
people nail descriptions before,
yeah,
but you nailed that description.
right. Because look, let me tell you, look, you've known me a minute.
My dog
If,
Westy.
if I was like this all the time, it's not pleasant.
What?
You don't think so?
There's a gnat on the bag. He's trying to.
Well, I mean, he can
He's
have a
trying to
bite.
beat
It's
you
all
to it.
good.
It's extra protein.
Yeah, no.
Go
it's-
for
well, what? I mean, what? What is it, Gaylord Fokker?
Oh God.
Oh, here. I saw it too.
Let's see. What is the most amazing weather you've seen?
Louisiana.
No, that's just not amazing at all. It's terrifying. The most amazing thing I've ever witnessed with my own two eyes, and it's actually it's a great memory of my late brother, Daniel, who me and him rode down to Natchitoches one night just because we used to do that back in the day. We'd cruise and smoke and just hang out, whatever, listen to music, blah blah blah. Well, we made it down to Natchitoches. We went to McDonald's or Wendy's or something, and then we were turning around, getting back on the interstate, just come back. It was just a cruise. And there was a thunderstorm hitting Shreveport, and as we were coming back, you could see it, and all the lightning that was up real high in the sky, real high up in the clouds, you could see it. And then as we got closer, it was less like bolts of lightning in the clouds and more flashes because we're starting to get underneath it. And then it was just, it was the craziest lightning storm I've ever seen in my life. And we went from clear skies above us, clouds in front of us with a ton of lightning, to just nothing but clouds and lightning all around us and rain. And that was probably the coolest, because it was also a good memory I have with him. And then not to mention, it was the coolest lightning I think I've ever seen.
I've seen some pretty cool lightning.
Yeah.
Probably the weather that like like not blew me away.
High
It's about
wind.
wind. It was high wind. So in California, they have these fucking things called canyon winds. And I'm from Tornado Alley, so we have a problem. These fucking 70-mile-an-hour gusts hit you when you're walking. I'm looking for any minute now. You know, here comes Auntie M. It's a twister. It's a twister. And like, you can ask anybody that knew me in college, I would get more uncomfortable around high winds than you could bring a flood, any of that shit, and I'm fine. But man, these winds, and I start looking around like, well, there ain't a lot of trees around here, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be I'm like, it's desert, it's dust, this is going to be a big fucking tornado.
You ever been through a tornado?
Yeah, I've been through 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been through any. I mean, they've been around, but
no.
never anything blowing any stuff
the
down,
closest,
no damage, nothing like that. So.
We've had several times that they've gotten way close to us because we live in like a lot of heavily treed areas.
Right.
But whenever I was...
And that's south of town. That's where it seems to hit. South, north, kind of... That whole Barksdale bubble thing, it kind of keeps that shit away from our part of town.
Well, I mean, let's see. I was 5... the biggest one, I was 5 years old, and I remember we were sitting there eating, and I look out the window, and you see, like, the trees are just fucking flopping all over the place, and Mom's like, oh, y'all need to go get in the bathtub. So we go get in the bathtub to take a bath, not because of the storm.
Right.
Next thing you know, she bursts in there. I'm 5. My brother's like 3 1/4, 3. You know, he's about to be 4. And she's got both of us in our arms, butt naked, and she is hauling ass across this pasture we lived in, and she's just going for the ditch. And you had the trailer was here, and then you had this big shed of my grandpa's, and the tornado went right between them.
Wow.
And like lifted the shed up and set it down, and thank God the trailer didn't move. But it was super close, and like she was terrified, but my mom went to super. Now what was funny is how your brain remembers shit like that, because what I remember from that moment is kind of like that stupid part in Twister where the little girl's just got to look at it, and after her dad got sucked up in it. Anyway, I look back, and for the longest time, after that 5 years old, I used to have this horrible nightmare of Mayor McCheese just knocking trees over and shit. It was... Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just
That's a weird nightmare.
Yeah, no, because it was like, it wasn't terrifying, but it was.
Yeah.
And
it was terrifying.
for all of you out there that don't know who Mayor McCheese is, he was a very integral part of McDonald's taking over your childhood.
Do you remember what was his name? Mac the Knight?
Yeah, Mac the Knight, the Mac Knight. Yeah.
So what state would you think had the most tornadoes?
I have to guess Oklahoma.
That was my guess.
We want mine, Missouri.
Missouri? No.
What's it say?
Well, according to last year, I think
Texas.
Texas is huge,
They have so
though.
much space, so that
Texas
kinda
is
gave
fucking
away.
huge.
Then Kansas, then Florida, then Oklahoma, Nebraska,
neither one of us-
Illinois,
Goddamn,
Colorado,
really?
Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri tied, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana down there with 37.
Oklahoma
Now,
didn't even make the
If
list,
you go
huh?
back to 2018,
I must have missed it.
in 2018, Louisiana was number 1 with 86.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're right there, guys. Now, when I was in
I guess they
Oklahoma,
were probably all east of us.
I went to Oklahoma to visit some friend of mine's family, and we know his mom and everything. So, but they have radios in the bathroom that are constantly alerting you to the possibility all the fucking time. Yeah. Like it's the middle of winter. That's not tornado season, and they're just sitting there the whole time. This is your weather program. The winds are da-da-da-da-da.
This is your weather program. Don't forget, at any moment, you could have your ass handed
Yeah,
to you by
I
a
mean,
twister.
do you know how hard it is to fucking piss
Don't forget
when
to keep your
you're
shoes
sitting there being told that any minute now you could be
Listen to
blown the
podcast
fuck
on
away?
Weather station or whatever.
Now, I would- there-
Broadcast
Yeah.
network or,
There was
intercontinental ballistic missiles coming at you. What?
at least they don't have the horn or whatever, the siren.
There's one right up there.
Yeah.
But imagine if it went off all the time. Like,
Well, it doesn't even have power to.
it's kind of like when I worked in the hospital or whatever. They do a fire drill so often or whatever, like nobody reacts to the shit. So when it's a real fire, it's like, the hospital burnt down today. Nobody reacted. They just...
Everybody died.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry.
Was watching.
We were stepping on you.
No, it's fine. One of the guys last night told a really funny joke. Tyler, shout out to you. But he said, do you know how hard it is to keep a boner when you keep accidentally making eye contact with Peppa Pig? because he has kids.
I mean,
It was
it's not very hard at all.
It was apparently for him.
He's got one then, I guess.
Yeah, he's got
by
one.
number 3, he'll have it mastered.
Oh man,
he can fuck through Dora.
Through
Swiper,
her?
no swiping. Give it to me, baby. Not Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. You're a monster.
You know how many people, like, have you not seen the comments about the Dora the Explorer movie and the chick that played Dora in that movie?
No.
And all the
that goes
all
into
the
what
dirty
is that?
comments
What
on
is
how
that
people
called?
would ravage fuck her.
Something
I
23.
think one said that he would lay the pipe so she could get her green card.
No, there was
They
what is that called?
They were brutal.
It's basically like there's a porn for everything.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what it's something 23.
Rule 23.
Rule 23. Yeah.
Rule 23. We talked about. Did we talk about
with
that on
David
this one?
Allen? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
There's
with
a
David
point
Allen.
for everything. Yeah.
Oh man, David Allen. So we're traveling down there, and I love comedy road trips. I love getting on the road. And David Allen decides in the middle of this fucking trip, he's gonna play a 9-minute motherfucking song from what was it called? Sex Ninjas or Sex Ninja Party or Ninja Sex Party or some shit like. It was fucking awful.
You loved it.
No, he laughed so hard, Johnny. He was laughing so hard he almost had to pull the car over because I had like this epic fucking meltdown. I'm like, turn this shit off. This is fucking garbage. And I was screaming so much. I was like, now you have to pull over because I have to pee. I fucking hated it. Anyway.
Ma'am.
I mean, you know me. I'm
For
not,
the record?
I'm not big on fun.
For the record, don't do that shit in my truck.
Why?
Because you have an epic meltdown in my truck, I'm going to treat you like I treat my kids. You'll be riding on top of the car.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Anything to get away from that fucking music.
Did I show you my design for the chairs I want to get made for the grill guard? Pretty fucking dope.
Time out chair.
Nah, just a chill chair. But yeah, you fuck with me, I'll strap your ass to the front of the truck.
No, I'm
You
just,
be my mosquito catcher.
oh, have you ever been hit by a bug? Like had your window hand out to it?
I got hit by a wasp one time on my forearm, and I thought it had stung me, but it just, I mean, I was doing like 60 miles an hour.
Let the headlight on. Them things, they're going for the headlight. but they
Yeah,
hit
that's
you.
funny. June bugs fucking smacking you in the face.
Oh man, June bugs.
Next thing you know, there's gravel.
See, they don't like in California. They didn't have a lot of June bugs, and he got to witness the June bug plague.
Do you remember the love bug plague a couple years ago?
Oh my Jesus, yes.
Fucked up. It was so bad, it fucked up paint on our trucks at Amusement Mountain Water.
It fucked up a lot of people's shit.
It's
I mean,
fucking
you gotta
crazy.
wash them. That's the problem.
We were.
Well, no, they have like a higher concentration of acid in them.
That's why that guy that we worked with was licking the trucks all the time.
No,
Oh, not that acid?
not that kind. Like the kind that's in the alien's blood that Sigourney Weaver kills.
Mm.
Yeah.
Eat through metal things. Oh, yeah, back to the cars.
Do you tend to live in the past, present, or future?
Man, I think it depends on the moment. Because I'm guilty of all three.
Well, I think that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay if you revisit the past, but you don't dwell on it. You don't just chill out there.
And that's again, I'm guilty of all three.
Yeah, but the only problem that I see, like whenever you dwell on it, so to speak, is that the part that gets me the most, honestly, would be like where something it's immediately the past. Does that make sense? Like you didn't see it coming, and now everything changes.
Right.
You have to change your entire verbiage for everything.
Right.
That's when I think you deal with it the most, where you start dwelling. On
You know,
the
my
past.
wife asked me a minute ago, right before I came out here, would you rather know how you were going to die or when you're going to die? My initial answer was how. And she was like, not me. I want to know when. I was like, why the fuck would you want to know when? And she was like, because then you can plan for it.
No.
But then I got to think about it, and I was like, nah, because you'd want to know how. But then if you were told car crash,
Ooh.
every time you got in the car, you'd be like, man, is this today? But if you knew when, well, you knew today wasn't the day.
I could see where it would be a positive for you to be like, kind of like, what was it? Have you ever seen the movie Big Fish?
Mm-mm.
Well, basically, he says that he sees the way he dies in a witch's eye. And so every decision he makes, he knows that that's not going to kill him. So he's a little bit more reckless. He's a little bit more adventurous. He can take chances that he normally wouldn't take because he knows that's not when he dies.
Right.
Now, I could see where that would be beneficial, but I'm one of those people that find myself to feel like I am incredibly unlucky. And to be like, when are you going to die? 3 seconds from now.
Oh, shit.
You know,
Well, that's like, so this dad was...
the noise stopped,
The dad,
by the way. I don't know what.
Something probably got bumped. But anyway, this dad was walking down the hallway and he heard his daughter praying. So he stopped and listened to her. And she said, God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, God bless Grandma, goodbye Grandpa. And the next day, Grandpa died.
Oh.
Dad didn't really think nothing of it, and just kind of, went on about his life. He was grieving over his grandfather. His dad passing away. And a couple weeks later, he's walking down the hallway, and he hears his daughter praying again, God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, goodbye Grandma. And then the next day, Grandma dies. So now Dad's freaked out about it. So now every night he's listening to her.
Is this a joke?
Every night he's listening to her.
It's
God
a
bless
joke.
Mommy, God bless
Here it
Daddy. God
comes.
bless Mommy, God bless Daddy. And then one day she said, God bless Mommy, goodbye Daddy. So the next day he changed up his whole routine. Like he drove a different way to work. He went really fucking slow. He locked himself in his office, canceled all of his meetings, didn't take the elevator, took the stairs, took a completely different way home, just trying to just cover down on everything. And he gets home and he walks inside and he feels safe. And his wife walks up to him and she's like, dude, you're never going to believe what happened. He said, what? She said, the mailman died on our front porch today.
It's dumb.
You loved it.
It's dumb.
You loved it.
I got really into this.
Did I ever tell you about the time I picked up the hitchhiker?
No.
You know that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one.
What was in the bag?
Ah, none of your fucking business.
I fell for that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
By me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the best.
Oh, wow. I can't believe I got you.
Yeah, you
I'm
got me.
always gonna tell that one. Like when you do it, you gotta figure out. Like I take bets on like who's gonna bite.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna do that one.
It's like there's another joke where you talk about this gay couple. The husband wanted to go to the sex party, and the party was you go into a closet and they shove something up your ass. You have to try to guess what they shoved up your ass, and then you go through all these things that the guy had to guess, blah blah blah, and then the last one you start talking about. They used a and you're waiting on somebody to bite and say plunger, and then you're like, oh, you played the game before, huh? So
I saw this video where they have this poor bastard blindfolded, and he's got like it's a dick-shaped sucker.
dude, did I send that to you?
No.
I sent that to somebody.
This
I
poor
know, you know what I did.
No, but look, no, but like the thing is first of all, nobody tastes food like that. Nobody.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But no, like the way he's tasting it, you've gotten the head of this thing in your mouth. You've seen a dick before. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't.
Dude, this is how funny it was to me. That one?
Yeah, but like nobody
I
tastes.
recorded it.
Nobody tastes food. Why? What are you doing?
I mean, fuck them.
No, fuck them. That's
Shut
how you
up.
get it shut off. Like, no.
This,
Look at that. Like, nobody tastes food like
dude,
that.
This dude,
This guy.
this dude. And then he like shoves it down the motherfucker. Look, he grabs the balls and shit, man. Dude, that shit's so funny. That shit is so. And that
he
dude
does-
is dying. Wait till you see the look on his face when he pulls that fucking bandana off. Because his old lady is crying, laughing. You know what I mean?
But
I want-
and like
I bet-
and he's
I
guessing.
bet that motherfucker shot all three of them motherfuckers in there. He shot them two and then
Like
killed himself.
the minute he felt look the way now he's got his hand on it like,
right, he's like
you
cupping
can
the
tell
ball.
that's a dick.
He's like, wait a minute, I've had this in my mouth before. What is this?
He's so fucking mad.
Dude, I thought it was so funny that I had to. I thought it was so funny I had to record it and send it to a friend.
But
of
what I'm
mine.
saying is nobody tastes food like that. You don't. No, it's just
Well,
not.
I mean, the reaction was genuine from all
Yeah,
parties. so
no, but what I'm saying is, if that's how he tastes food, that's why you're in the predicament you're in.
that's why you're enjoying that sucker
He'd
so
be
much.
perfect for that.
Right, isn't that shit funny as fuck, man? That dude, he's like cupping the balls.
Oh.
And for I get because Glenn don't want me to show y'all anymore because he thinks we'll get pulled off of YouTube.
No, 'cause you
YouTube
can
even
get
watches
pulled.
it.
You can get.
I understand that, but this dude is sucking on a popsicle that's in the shape of a cock and balls, and it's rainbow. And this dude is
just
Cupping the
fucking
This
balls.
dude
going
is
to
cupping the
town.
balls,
God, he's
and
going
he's
to
like
town.
sucking on the head of. I mean, A+ job if you ask me. But yeah, no, it's great. He was blindfolded too. I guess. I
Did you
shouldn't
see
mention.
that? There was another one, this little video, and this girl sees this, it's a penis-shaped lollipop, and she goes, Mom, I want one of those. And she goes, what is that? And she's like, it looks like a unicorn horn. And she's like, well, it's not. You can't have one. She goes, what is that? She goes, it's a penis. She goes, I want a penis, Mom. And she's
Want a
like,
penis, Mom?
4.
Jesus.
It was so fucking funny. What's wrong with that one?
I mean, some of them are just
Boring.
well, yeah. I mean, not boring. You just play the game, but if you could spend the weekend in any city, what would you choose?
What time of the year?
Any city, anytime.
Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah. I like the feeling of how big the city is and how alive it is, and none of it revolves around me. I feel very much in Shreveport that it's so fucking weirdly. I feel Shreveport is so weird because you can. It's big. It's not really that small, but it does have that small feeling to it. But you could live here and diss a fucking pier and nobody would notice.
It's not true because there's two guys in Bossier.
Those two guys in Bossier have messed over a few people.
Everybody found out about that.
Yeah.
shit.
Well, you know, that's never mind.
Let's see. What city would I any time
What, the
of year,
recent
any
thing?
city? Yeah, that one recently. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that
One
went
killed
missing
the
in
other, I
Bossier.
thought.
S3 pump. That's
Not us.
okay. Who do you work for?
Dear,
Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. Tell me off air.
I work for an industrial pump distributor.
I wonder where I work.
You know what? My boss sent me a message today that he was praying for me, and I thought that was really awesome. But at the same time, I asked Gabby, I'm like, you think I'm going to walk in and get fired tomorrow?
Praying for you because tomorrow's your last day. I don't know how you're going to take it.
Tomorrow's going to be a
So
really
they're saying
bad
that
day.
You shouldn't give a 2 weeks notice.
Well,
Don't give you 2 weeks notice. They're gonna fire your ass.
that's a valid point.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Shit, my last job, I gave a 2-month notice.
Yeah, but what, have you ever given a 2 weeks notice? Like you do the right thing, and you found a better job, you give the 2 weeks, and you tell the other company, I'm going to be here in 2 weeks, and then your boss walks in on day 2 of your 2 weeks and is like, oh, get the fuck out.
I always, whenever I got another job and I had planned on giving a 2-week notice and it wasn't one of these, fuck these motherfuckers, I always told the company that I was working for, hey, if I put a 2-week notice in and they tell me, hey, go fuck yourself, get out of here, can I start tomorrow? And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
no, yeah, you cover your own
yeah,
ass.
just cover
but-
your own ass, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I always would tell the company that I was working for, hey, if something happens in the next 2 weeks and the job comes up missing, can I just continue on working? They're like, sure. Cover your own ass.
Yeah, as long as I think
No,
if
I
you-
gave the mountain a 2-month notice.
yeah, really?
Yeah. I mean, look, you want to know why I gave him a 2-month notice?
Why is that?
Because 3 other times I was a total shitbag and just walked on him. 2
What-
times I walked on him. 1 time I failed a drug test.
Well,
I got let go.
my adopted
fucked him up.
son, he works at a tire place.
Yeah.
And he was in a bad mood the other day. But anyway, he had apparently went in there and told his boss where he could fucking shove it and all this other shit. And he's like, yeah, I made you proud, Dad. And I'm like, you need to learn to shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, it's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah, no, I'd fucked up.
Like, you don't go in there and tell him what you're going to
Who
do.
did that?
My adopted son. And I looked at him and he's like, he just had this look. And I'm like, look, I'm all about saying what the fuck you have to.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just,
Sometimes you do.
I'm confused.
It's just somebody that it's your nephew.
no, it's my adopted kid. I adopted him.
And he's old enough to have a job.
Yeah.
He
Fuck
doesn't.
outta
He
here.
doesn't have an adopted kid. He's fucking with you.
I call him my adopted kid.
It's just some kid that he met, tried to fuck, and that didn't work out.
That's not even fucking funny or true.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
a pedo.
no, I'm not.
I thought you were a puppet
Not even
maker
fucking
named
funny.
Jeff pedophile.
No,
Oh, it's not even funny.
no.
Oh, look
It's
at you,
not.
so serious.
Yeah, I'm so
Your
serious.
boy fucking Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
it's fucking gross.
Well, don't do it.
Well, don't do it.
Jesus.
My point is this. No. He's this little chubby fat person that lives in my neighborhood, and he's a cool kid. And he works at a tire place, but man, he lost his shit. And I'm like, he's like, well, they won't give me my full-time hours. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth, and maybe they will.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
Nah, like
They're
I
always
said,
putting me on
I
jobs
dropped,
I don't want to do.
I had dropped a couple times on them, and I told him when they hired me back, I told him I'd never do it again. I did my best to uphold that. So when I found out I was coming to where I'm at now, I told them that I'm going to need till the end of the year because I'm giving them a huge notice, and I worked my entire notice.
Yeah.
It was probably the most adult thing I had ever done at that point, other than not running out on my wife and kids.
Well, no, like whenever I went to California, I was working at the place I'm working now.
Okay. Out there?
No.
Oh, okay. You were working here.
Yeah, I was
before
working
you went
here,
up there.
and before I let them know, like 8 months in advance, hey, I'm moving to California. I'm leaving on January 31st. It'll be on January 16th. Da 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 da. They didn't find anybody to replace me by then, but when you leave on good terms, you get to come back.
Yeah. And when you toss your hands up, man, it's a gamble of whether or not they will. Because some people will, and some people believe in second chances, and some don't.
Are you a second chance guy?
Sometimes, yeah. As a matter, because I've been given a lot of them.
Sometimes it depends
So,
on, you know,
yeah.
I'm a firm believer that some people they have a bad day.
Yeah.
And they fuck up and they get pissed off and
Yeah.
because they're humans. But like if it's every day you come in with a bad fucking attitude, like I had this kid that worked for me in California. Man, every fucking day it was something, some crisis, something, and like a lot of it was the fact that he couldn't get his shit together, and so he was just on this fucking never-ending rat wheel of fucking up. And I mean, but I don't feel good. Fuck this place. They take advantage of people. Blah, 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 blah. Never heard the end of it. And the third time he got fired, because that was out of my control. The third time he got fired, there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do that time. Wasn't no throwing him no life preserver then.
The fuck?
Oh, he must be cranking up the Jeep, baby. Gotta love that auto start. First thing in the
I'm
morning.
just happy that my fucking
cold.
truck started.
How's the new truck running?
Okay, so I have weird superstitions, and one of them is filling my car up.
Okay.
I'm one of those people that I'm right now I'm decent with money, but I used to not be decent with money. Okay, not
Been
to mention,
there.
you know what I'm saying, and so I would, you'd go fill your car up, and then that's when something disastrous
Did you
would
get
happen.
a new job?
No. I feel like every time we see each other, you forget everything you know about me. And
What's
I
your
think
name again? What do you do?
whenever he leaves, he just clears it out.
Well, Dingleberry from last week was like trying to, I'm like, blah, 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 a week, blah, blah, blah. Let me buy everybody
Oh yeah, yeah.
a bottle of whiskey out of here.
Oh, no,
Buy
no.
a shot, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
I
we'll
thought
tell
that
you.
was the
We'll tell you
same-
about that off air.
I thought that was the same place that
No,
he just said. That's what I was thinking.
No, he didn't actually say where he worked.
Mm-mm.
think
I
that's what you
said
That's the
S3.
same
I
place.
said S3 Pump, which
yeah.
is where that guy works that came up missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy that got arrested, he worked there with him too, apparently.
Oh.
So I made the joke if it was a lover's quarrel. Like, do
Well,
you
no.
any idea what it was?
What it said online.
You know for real? You don't know? The camera's
said
on you and it's
something that
recording.
they
You shake
had
your head up and down. We'll talk afterwards. As a matter of fact, we're about to end this episode because I want to know what you know, motherfucker.
Well, the internet said something about they had a business together, like a heating and cooling business or something.
Okay.
Together
All right.
that they ran out of South Bossier.
Okay. Oh, and okay.
That's
well.
all I know. I mean, that's just what I read.
I love the face. I love the face. Show 'em Bitter Beer Face. You remember the commercial Bitter Beer Face?
Oh, I can't actually do it.
You remember the commercial Bitter Beer
Yeah,
Face? Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, that's
Tell
it.
me that's not
Oh,
it.
that's totally
Dude, I'm
it.
telling you, this dude's got a fucking gift. Not only is he a gifted rapper, but he can do the Bitter Beer Face.
So since my dad got his teeth, he got new dentures.
Yeah.
I have found
Cosby.
I have found myself, like, when he's not looking, just pile my shit up on my face and making fun of him.
Right.
and then today he caught me. I was looking at his friend and he turned around and Dad's just sitting there and he was, my stepmom says incredibly obvious shit like, so he goes to eat this hot dog and he doesn't have his teeth in and he's like, whoa, it's hot. And then she looks and she's like, yeah, it's because you don't have teeth. It's just straight on your gums. And I'm like, I have teeth. It's fucking
It's still hot,
but
motherfucker, yeah.
it's watching somebody without teeth that's in their 50s. They're like, it looks like somebody deflated their. It's just all you can imagine is, what are you doing to chew this food?
Dude, my dad has not had teeth my entire life.
My great
My
grandmother.
dad eats everything with a fork. Smashes it.
My great grandmother. I was like, we were having steaks, and she said, they said, Granny House, do you want your teeth? And she's like, nah, I've got it. And I watched her bite a chunk out of this steak with gums, and I'm like, and that's when I realized that my great grandmother was not only Pentecostal, but she was also a James Bond villain.
Yeah, no shit.
Like she could have took a bit out of a
Now,
fucking
I've watched
limousine.
my dad murder a Butterfinger with a fork and just go after it, man. He just smashes it up and then fucking eats it with his tongue.
Everything they eat with like a lobster mallet.
Exactly.
Bow,
Yeah.
bow, bow,
He's
bow.
got one of those.
Somebody bring me some water. I gotta turn this into
Hey,
paste.
what is it called? A pestle and mortar or whatever?
Mortar and
Fucking-
pestle.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm making dinner. I'm grinding
I'm over
this
here
shit
making
up, man.
turkey paste.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
Ziploc bag and a hammer.
Like, Jesus Christ, Dad.
Everybody knows
Hell-
I can't eat. Everybody knows I can't eat steak without a mortar and pestle.
My homeboy just got new teeth, and I'm so fucking happy for him, man. He's smiling and shit. It seems to be a quality of life fucking increase.
Well, a
for
friend
him,
of
man.
mine that raced with
So
us,
fucking happy for you.
he got his.
Hot boy, you know who you are.
He got his too, and I remember he was letting a friend of his drive a car he had built, and Dad and the guy get into a wreck, and
Classy, baby.
so my buddy Derek, he
You get
doesn't.
Shorty. I'm sorry, I'm listening to you. Your buddy Derek.
Can you? Yeah.
Be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, your buddy Derek. No, he's naming a movie. He's not telling you to be cool. So
Oh, I know.
Shut up and talk.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
It's-
Classy, baby.
Roger, baby. Anyway.
So Derek goes
Derek
down
goes
there,
down
right?
there.
And Derek said the coolest thing is he had just had his teeth put in. He goes, I paid a lot of money for these fucking teeth, not for any of the Lindsays to knock them the fuck out. There are no problems here. And he turned around and walked.
Jesus. There was somebody that told a story about his dad getting brand new teeth, and he was driving down the road, and an elk or something ran out in front of him and came through the window
That's my kind of luck.
and fucked his brand new teeth up.
I wonder if he had insurance.
I'm sure he did. You talking about the elk or the? Because I don't think an elk has full coverage on anything.
I'm not
It's
gonna-
liability only.
No, there was a movie, I forget what it was, where the dude ended up hooking up with the older chick or whatever, and she took her teeth out. And he's like, ooh, a velvet rub.
A velvet rub.
I bet that
No.
could be interesting.
Yeah.
That made me feel bad. I think I'd go with the implants where they screw them up into
Yeah.
your fucking mouth. Because
Mhm.
I know me, I'd get fucking irritated as shit.
Fucking with that fixes in,
You
huh?
can. I can't. The implants.
That's
you can't
that's all I see my dad do nowadays.
I bet them fucking
fix it
implants
in and
hurt,
forget
though.
it.
When they screw them things up in there and whatever,
I
like
th-
your bone grows to it and all that.
Right.
But man, I bet that shit's some fucking painful. You swell up and shit. Just
Fine with it.
I don't know, man.
I'm
saying
all
is
about the
you better
long.
Get a good oral surgeon or periodontist or whoever that does that. Like they better be good at it, because the guy that pulled my wisdom teeth, I
Oh.
wanted to go in there and just.
Oh
murder
man, the
him.
guy that fucked mine
I
up,
was gargling
he did
blood
all
and crying
four.
myself to
Same one I
sleep.
did over on Shreveport Works.
No, I went to LSU.
Oh yeah, you did it that route. You had to wait forever then,
Yeah,
didn't you?
no. Thank God they were so swollen. I was.
Oh, so you just went in like emergency room visit. And they
Yeah, and then my face, I looked like a chipmunk. And anyway, I remember I was awake for the whole fucking thing.
Nah, he put me to sleep.
You're lucky they did it too, because if it was that bad, he probably had an abscess. He probably needed.
Yeah.
They probably did antibiotics just to.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it was fucking god awful, and I don't recommend it.
All right.
It's okay.
It
Well,
was,
it was an
don't worry, it was
earthquake.
a 2.3 earthquake. It's all good.
See you,
Right.
see you later, Mumbles.
MC Mumbles. Holla, holla.
In the housey house.
Man, that's my guy, man.
I can tell.
That's my dude. What?
So jealous.
Are you?
No.
I got so many more friends that I'm way more closer than I am.
Well, I
to you.
mean, one day we'll be there, but I'll be
I mean,
close
not
to
one day
death.
a week we won't be.
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, I'm a
You
busy
know what?
person.
We need to go camping.
I would gladly go camping with you. I don't have a problem with that in the world.
We need to go camping.
No, I don't. I
on
don't
a
have
rainy
a
weekend.
I don't like
So that way
rain.
you stay in your tent, I stay in my tent, and we stay in the same spot that we're at now.
You know, I think that me and you'd get along fine. Because
Absolutely.
I mean, if you really like, a lot of me is, I like to talk and whatnot and so forth, but I'm actually very quiet. You can ask him. It's like living with a fucking ghost. I don't make a lot of, unless you piss me off, then you can hear me through every fucking part of the house. In fact, the other night I hit my hand while I was working on my car, and Gabby heard it from the kitchen, which is a significant ways away, followed by the sound that only a hammer can make as it was being thrown into a race car.
You and my dad have some of the same qualities in that. My dad, I remember standing in the driveway, and I could see the pieces of the lawnmower in the air as he was beating it with the pole from the fence that he had ripped out of the ground. With the pole with the concrete on the end of it, just smashing
Just
this fucking
murdering.
lawnmower that wouldn't start. And I want to say, like, after the fact, we found it just didn't have no gas in it.
Oh,
It was great.
so-
It was great.
So to answer your
Hilarious.
question about my truck.
Oh, yeah.
So the other day, I went and, like I said, superstitions about filling vehicles up and stuff like that. And I always have this theory that as soon as I fill it up, something's going to go tragically, horribly wrong.
Yeah, with fucking $50 worth of gas in the tank,
Yeah.
and you lose it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of like
so,
the way that happened to me with my white truck that I used to have.
So anyway, I pull up, and I knew that there was an issue with, they had an issue with the gas, and I was like, I really don't want to stop here. My dad talks me into it and all this other shit, right? And all the problems fixed. So I put gas in it, and I drive the fuck home. Well, the truck is my dad's truck. I don't know what the fuck just got in my eye, but it's my dad's truck. So it sits there because all it's built for is for if he's out of town, for me to have a truck to use for his shit, like his lawnmowers, his trailers, stuff like that. That's all it's for, hands down. And longest story short ever, so it sat for a week. Well, I crank it up. This motherfucker goes to running like dog shit. I'm just, and I'm like, oh, fuck me running. Here it comes, you know. We got, just, you know, the constant word, here it comes. Now I can't trust it. Literally drove it a block down the road today because I was taking it to the mechanic because we thought it might have had water in the gas or something like that, right? Son of a bitch starts driving great. Not a fucking problem. I drove it over here.
Purring like a kitten.
Purring like, not a fucking issue to be spoken. And I tell Gabby about it, and Gabby goes, well, did it heal itself? And I was like, well, traditionally, cars don't
No,
do
they
that.
don't.
They only get worse.
They're not Terminators.
And he goes, well, I know. And then we go into this whole thing about, like, the history of robotics and how they might feel something, but still mechanically. So I'm very
I
perplexed.
interpret what you're saying
So
as
I
pain.
would assume that though it's perplexing, I think that it just might have had a little water in the gas, which is all I can.
Yeah, there may have been some debris in the line that maybe
never know.
got sucked through and burned up or something. There's no telling.
But it's running great now.
Awesome.
So, and like I said, I'm super stoked about this weekend because all of my cousins and my dad were all going to race. My dad said something really cool. He was talking to the owner of Boot Hill, and it was really funny. Dad normally runs the wrecker out there too, you know, if he's not racing. He said, "Well, I'm gonna be racing my car," and the guy said, "Well, you can't race the car and run the wrecker." And Dad's like, "Well, I'll be here with a race car," and I'm really excited because I love watching my dad race. When I was a kid, my dad was like a fucking superhero. You cartwheel him down the back straightaway, and he came out. He's like, "Look, I'm fine," you know. My Uncle Steve flipped down the back straightaway at Boot Hill. And, like, I don't know what it is about him. Like, if Dad does it, yeah, we're nervous, and we'll run to him. But it's not the same, you know, because Uncle Steve hasn't raced as long as Dad. But so when Steve took his flip, me and Garen, it was my cousin, we shot out of the fucking home. We'd chase him down, and we're like, "Oh, are you okay?" And after, like, the fourth fucking person asked him if he was okay, he's like, "I already told you, I'm good." And he just starts dancing right in front of God and everybody. He's like, "Look at me. Fit as a fiddle."
Look at me. Fizz fiddle. Oh, my knee.
But like my dad's like, I mean, my dad's 5'6", and my Uncle Steve is 5'5". So,
Guys.
oh, mean as shit though. Funny as hell. But
They call that the Napoleon complex, little big man syndrome.
no, the thing is if they were, I would say it was Napoleon if they couldn't distribute the shit they said they can.
No, but just mean. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
what
Like,
it is I think it's because they were small. They had to take a lot of shit.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and so like my Uncle Steve was actually like an all-state quarterback at 5'5". So
For what middle school?
no, in high school, bro. But like, cause my grandpa, like,
Is this the Special Olympics again?
no, he beat in. If you're gonna fucking be anything, you better be the best at it. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so and
I
size
didn't
is
think I'm so good at this.
size is not a deterrent. What are we on here? How many minutes are we in? Oh
No,
shit,
hour.
damn,
No,
fuck,
yeah,
we've just been
I've
running.
been trying to eye fuck you and let you know, hey man.
Oh, well, you know
about
how I
time.
pick up on subtlety. All right, guys, look at them notifications. I have a show coming up Friday.
Yep.
And and then Johnny's got something coming up eventually.
Do I?
You know, every day's an
have to
adventure for
try
you.
after that, yeah.
Every day's an adventure.
I have been writing more.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I've been trying to do this whole spend an hour a day doing certain things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
So,
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all
talk about that
comment
next
and
time.
like and subscribe.
and I was going to do one more time, a little stretch right there. With a little, sorry, just had to stretch that out. Sorry. Sorry. For all your delivery needs. See you later. All right, I'll see you later.
Who needs?
At you March 3rd, 2020.
You can go ahead and just press stop.
Oh, stop. Oh, okay. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe. Holler at us. Peace out.
Bye-bye.